starting with David Appleby. Next will be Adjutant Ford, and then Jennifer Bennett from the Pembina Institute, at which time we're going to open it up to the floor for questions. So just keep in mind questions you may have. We need to create some community momentum on the issue of climate change here in Calgary, and he's going to say a couple of words before we start.
To write on the palm of their hand. The one thing that they want to protect, well, we have pictures of those, or trying to bring people into some awareness of climate change, but we also hope to make it political, because we're going to send a link to every single person who's an MLA here in the province, as well as having a press conference about that. So if you are interested in
Check, check. Now it's working. I just needed to be closer to it. Wonderful to see you all. I knew you'd show up for a talk about the oil sands. This is the biggest industrial operation on the planet. And Albertans are waking up to the fact that there are consequences to the way we do it, the speed we do it, the scale at which we do it, the care with which we take our environment and people aspects of it. I think we're all very aware of the economic benefits, a tremendous boost to our budget. Is that coming through all right? Or the impact of the oil sands on the environment is unquestionable, with Alberta now being the largest emitter of greenhouse gases. Still though, from coal-fired power plants. The oil sands, as I understand it, have not exceeded the coal-fired power plants in this province. But they are going to, obviously, be triple the size. Boreal forest, we've talked about it. The carbon sink is becoming carbon emitter. And that compounding the warming up there is no certifiable recognition of the tables pond. But there are lots of issues, both open mine sites and in the tails pond sites that we could discuss. The Athabasca River and the health are clearly being affected. We've seen that directly and indirectly, and we've seen that.
If you're changing in the snowfall, there'll be a change in the seasonal distribution of the water in the winter when you don't want water, unless that has implications for storage of water.
It's possible that you never actually run out of water to do what you need to do. And the response, these are we care as much about water as a resource as the rest of our stakeholders do. It's an important part of our process. And we're doing everything we can to manage that resource wisely. That previous scene was the water pumps where they suck water out. And when there was only 2 or 3 operators on the river, it wasn't a huge issue, but the Athabasca River has lost 29.1% of its flow in the last 30 years. So it's 1% a year. It's natural, due to natural causes or climate change, we're not sure which. And so there's getting to be less and less water. So if you look at it on a graph, industrial production is skyrocketing. The plans they have there are insane. And the water that is available to do what they have planned is diving. So it's whether or not there is enough water to do everything that's planned there is a very real question. And there's water used not just at this stage, but at all stages of the life cycle. The upgraders, whether they ship it by pipeline, wherever, they need tons of water to do what they need to do. This is Kevin Timoney. He is an ecologist who did the only independent... There's no incentive on the part of industry to clean up. It's cheaper to just pollute.